carver made by the morning what takes the cycles centuries to shape. He bored holes in the red marches and chiseled the spine in the Ulceron. Echoes rang through the canyons of Menethir. He gouged the hollow lands and then left it barren.
Here, you see, it all falls beautifully into place. The kobolds will come for their totem. And this new Ragnar will see a challenge that he cannot ignore. and a battle he'll think he can win. Of course, neither he nor any will survive it. To reclaim it, the kobolds will fight to the death. To a Jotun, it's no more than a banner. But a banner planted in their ground is a challenge, and Jotun are proud creatures. Well, there may be a victor for a moment or two, but in the end, I will be the only winner, you will see. Meet me on the height above 2 paths. There they go, just as I planned. Nothing. Watch. If you wish to join in, wait for my word, please. Go on! Tear each other apart! What are you doing?
Finally, the carver rested. He grew a mountain crowned with clouds by the river, and leaned against its side to sleep. Ages passed, and the sand settled into his work, and all the land was still.
Here you see, and this, of course, neither he nor to reclaim, but a banner planted in their... Well, there may be a victor for a moment. Meet me on the height above 2 paths. Go on! Wait and watch. Nothing. If you wish to join in, wanted war? Well, you've got it. My beautiful flag. My beautiful flag. There they go. Just as I planned. You wanted war? You got it! Go on! Tear behold. There they go. Just nothing. If you wish to join in, my beautiful, beautiful plan. My beautiful, beautiful plan. You wanted war? Well, you've got it. Now, go! All have lost, but we have won thanks to my genius and your hard work. You have earned your reward. Have this. As for me, I have earned a trip to Odessa and, surely, Centurion rank. If you haven't already, you should visit our grand city. It's a sight to behold. Soon to be a memory. It's back to Odessa for me and my fine auxiliaries here. I've single-handedly squashed a Jotun warpath. Of course, that single hand was you, but my quibble. They'll have to grant me Centurion rank now.
Our work is done here. Becky's the quartermaster here. She's got everything. We stand by our Castellan, down to the last pledge.
You will find dust on our helms and scores on our blades. We believe in action above finery and show. If you seek work, supplies, or shelter, they are yours. It is a hard, harsh country, well suited to the life of the Warsworn. The Warsworn have been many things. The tale is told on the walls and the tomes in this very keep. But we have always been a bold, unflinching fighters. blacksmith and quartermaster. Both are in the south wing, that way. This is the Detir bastion of the Warsworn, and I am its castellan. You need not be Warsworn to take contracts. The board is in the south wing. Ask Adrith about it if you like.
Hello, Pledge Shield. Welcome to Ironfast. I'm new to the Warsworn, but they say I have Lyanna's spirit. She was the first Impester, a champion of sorts, I think. It's a far-off concern to us in Ironfast. The Tuatha must be stopped. The only question is how much is needed to stop them. I'll fight if it comes to that. This may be the hardest post outside of Melsenshire. I can't remember the last time we glimpsed the outside world. Might as well be in prison. No! What? You bastard! That rotten, useless idiot! How could he do this to me? He said he'd come back! Please, you must be mistaken. Please, tell me it's someone else. That fool. Go away, please. Don't you ask about him! How dare you, you insensitive coward! Leave me be!
The heights of Menethir.
Can I help you? Now who's this? I've grown so used to the same few drifters coming in for supplies and the contract board. A fresh face is a welcome thing. I'm the curate of this keep. If you've a contract to turn in, bring it to me. Other keeps get their work here and there, high and low. As for us, ever since Odessa was built, we've had one solemn task. Watch the Jotun. Hold them back, hold them south and west of Gnomish lands. The quartermaster to our keep, she stocks all we need to get by out here. Anything you need's found in the smithy. You've got Heki for most things and Gavroche for blacksmithing. I'll be honest, he's not much of a blacksmith, but he's all we've got at the moment. Poor little lad. We're proud to stand where we do, here among the wilds. First keep and last bastion, the Castellan likes to say. That's Oda. She's a good sort, though not a woman of words. It's right beside me. The work's open to any and all. When a contract's done, they come to me for their pay. When there are open jobs, and there's good proof they've been done, then yes, I do. Sworn to war. Can I help you? Yes, we're a bit of an island to ourselves out here. Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp. Oh yes, well you'll need to collect the required number of spider stingers from spiders in Menethir. You won't have much trouble finding them, they're all over, which frankly is exactly the problem. right now?
The heights of Menetier are thick with Jotun.
My poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prize blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember, I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon. Master Braskin took me in, being an orphan and found by the war swan and all. He let me live here, began to train me in the craft. Been good to me since the day they found me, tucked in among stolen sacks of grain. Well, don't expect anything remarkable, or even decent. Show me what's broken, and I'll see what I can do. Which isn't much. Dinwell's his name. Word has it he grew bitter of all mortal kind at the start of the war. But I wouldn't know. I've never talked to him. Master Braskin, yes. I'd endure every drunken lashing anew if it meant I could learn blacksmithing right and proper. Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not. In battle, oh, it's a wondrous tale of how Haldabeer slew his foe. I'd tell, but I don't think I could do it justice. Repair the sword? Not likely. There's one man living who can, and he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the hermit smith yourself, up in the Menetier Heights, but don't expect much. A hero's sword, like its owner, it fought and died in glory on the battlefield, just as I'll die miserably behind this forge. Really? You have? Don't think you could talk him into mending that blade on the wall, do you? If he would mend that blade, I'd be delirious. Were he to stay here and finish my training, but I don't dare to dream so much at once.
I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do. If there's fight in your veins and steel in your bones, you're war sworn. If you die before you break an oath, you're war sworn. The old blacksmith died 3 moons ago. Gavroche is... that boy's barely trained. What do you expect? That's me. I'll sell you what you need. And if you need a blacksmith, well, what we've got for one's over there. It's a hard, dangerous place. Jotun above, spiders, thieves, and kobolds down below. They've always lived in the heights of Menetier, and we have always watched them, weapons at the ready, and held them back when we must. They're the newcomers to this land. They crawled up through the ground from who knows what deep caverns.
means you haven't used it yet.
Good day, Warsworn. Would a Sagecrafter's services be of interest? A great city, if ever there was one. A monument to science and industry. I've been here enough to see he's not long for Ironfast. The Warsworn are too kind to say so, even to strangers, but a keep needs a proper blacksmith. A diserased, but Silica Nostra trained, and worldly wise, fully versed in the ways of gems and sockets. I've got my certificate here with my things. I might have stayed and taught, but my spirit's more the wandering sort. Warsworn let me stop here in my wanderings in exchange for my service. Good folk, if a bit rough-hewn, and no place feels safer. So much art and science to the fitting of a gem. Harmonies, geometries, fine acts of dexterity. So long!
Polished armor means you haven't used it yet.
Yes?
So this artifact you found came from our own vault. What can it mean?
Sworn to war?
Shield sister. Polished armor means you haven't used it yet.
They rush about as if their destinies did not stretch out before them, clear and immutable. Poor fools. I have come here, for it is here I was to come. How could I do otherwise? I see fate's ends too clearly to resist. Some are trained in weaving fate. It is a knack that revealed itself to me at an early age. My parents were delighted at first, then horrified, as I had foreseen. It is said my attunement to fate is especially keen. I can see the paths of everyone I cross, stretching before them, but not yours.
Ah, a visitor. What have you got for old Fargil the healer today? A nice spider bite? A punctured lung, perhaps? Beautiful creatures. They're nature's alchemists. Make poisons, silk, miasmas, you name it. You couldn't find a better corner of Amalur to practice the art. More poisonous and dangerous things out there than you could imagine. Though I will admit, Cluricon may have us beat for disease. I trained under the luminaries of Odessa, but I have always found fascination in a live specimen of the medical arts.
Have you ever been? It's some leagues to the east. A marvelous city. One of, well, mental giants, if you will. How I would love to visit. The diseases they have there. Perhaps one day it will be safe enough to go. It's wonderful here. They come to me with the most remarkable ailments. Goodbye.
The Warsworn are more than just warriors, you know. They're a history full of heroes and great deeds. But I'm sure you've heard the old tales of the First Swan. Everyone has. Up in Helmgard Keep, they'll tell you we're just fighters in fine armor. But it's not true. We bear the legacy of the First Swan. We still swear our oaths in their names. I've a sister in the Scholia Arcana. You could say that her love of old and wondrous things took a different turn than mine. Our founders were no mercenaries. They were great heroes who slayed Niskaru and battled evil mages. Eamon, Aegon, Caerwyn, all the First Sworn champions right until the Second Oath. Caerwyn was Aegon's daughter, and the only person who surpassed him in armed combat. She died by treachery. So we swear upon her blood, which should never have been spilt. Aemon taught his son Aegon the secrets of fighting Niskaru, and of crafting war-sworn arms and armor. There was some kind of magic in it, though magic was unknown to humans then. Caerwyn had been dead nearly 70 years, and the last Niskaru had gone from the Western Feylands. It was a time of crisis for the Order. Find a purpose, or fade away. Then Baligar stood forth and pledged us to honorable work. He made us what we are today, mercenaries. Some call him the last hero. Others, the first sellsword. Say what you like, he saved our order from the brink of irrelevance. Baligar had a clear vision of our future. Honorable work fighting for hire. As for our past, it went to the chronicler Dorian, so it would not be forgotten. First runaire or chronicler of the Warsworn, he wrote histories and tales of the First Sworn. Though it is said he left some things untold. Secrets kept for the Warsworn only. If this place looks like a bit of a scholar's archive, it's because it is. Ironfast has changed little since Caerwyn herself had it built.
Shield sister.
We're fighters here, not toys.
Polished armor means you haven't used. Poor Gavroche.
No lessons, no precious pearls of wisdom. I've left that all behind. You have my thanks. Now go. Oh, what for? Can't imagine what old Braskin can't handle on his own. I still know him. I came to Menethir because of him, the only man in all Amalur I respect. Of course it is. But you mean, then old Braskin's in Ashara, is he? The sword is untouched, and that green apprentice, untrained? Damn it all! I swore I'd never... But the blade and the apprentice. Apprentice and the blade! It won't do. I must go. Bring me a compound known as Master's Tallow from Hervar's Dorsil, and the sword is yours. I'll be at Ironfast waiting. A rare wax of golden hue, with some remarkable properties regarding metal and flame. It will be needed to mend that sword. He would visit me some nights, and we'd talk of stars and old ways and the blacksmith's craft. He alone never once asked me why I live apart.
armor means you haven't used it yet.
Rotting hell.
You have the Master's Tallow? Then let's begin. Lords of Iron and Fire, it's good to be back at the forge. Brace yourselves now. Behold, Haldabeer's blade, strong and whole. As you made this possible, I insist that you take it. A hero deserves a hero's sword. Now, if you're done gawking, I have a clumsy oaf of an apprentice to train. The boy's green as a new blade of grass, but he's got an eye and an arm. He'll learn yet. I swore I'd never take another student, but for you and Gavroche here, I'd make an exception. My work here won't keep me from it. I shall never tire of its open sky or those great red rocks.
Master craftsmanship for sale here. Just imagine me, apprenticed to the hermit smith. I swear there's nothing he doesn't know. Things he does with a flick of the wrist turn me into a bellowing troll.
Yes, we're a bit of an island to ourselves out here. Dead? Why, that's a shame. I'd say I'm sure he'll be missed. But he's from Whitestone, so you never know. And that's his walking staff there. I'll take that. Job well done. Ah, with the Jotun and the kobolds, we just haven't had time to burn them out. Fine work you've done. I'll admit, it's good to have a master blacksmith on premises. He's a bit haughty, though, if you ask me. Just stood there, smile on his face, while Effia raged on about his shoddy work. I guess he's glad to have a master again. Anything you need's found in the smithy. You've got Heki for most things, and Gavroche for mending, and now Effia as armorer. So long!
The heights of Meneth are a thick wall.
Blacksmith is here. Lead shield.
day, the carver woke to find his touch run dry, the wellspring of his power dead as dust at the source. He heard then the first whisper, the first mention. Mortals.
I will now tell you of those times as it was written of our forebears. They lived off the bounty of the sea and the grasses and fields, the newly met animals, beasts and flowers. If I am alive, there is no truth in me. The temper of our tired family calmed before waves, and hidden among rocks, the shadow of the beach and shore, a secret war with our ancestors, the arcane lead the warriors chosen. A sanctified fortress, the grounds on which they practiced her magic.
Fire from the heavens struck Saina, and her plumage burst into flames. She flew high to cool her feathers and dove to extinguish the fires. Still nothing would cease the burning, and she knew that she was doomed. So she absorbed as much of the heat of the sun and the spirit of fire as she could, and fell dead to the earth. Now only her bones remain, but she will rise again if life is threatened in the Hollow Lands.
up with the dust brought in. No loitering. Keep the streets clear.
Stand right there. Let me take a look at you. Filthy, weary, lonely, but special, that's for certain. We don't see folks like you in Whitestone very often. I'm Mayor Eswin Elfhelm, and I'm the closest thing to a friend you've got around here. An obstacle in the way of progress. The old man still believes that Apotheer could come back from its decline by force of will. Typical of a miner. Keeps digging away. My given name is Eswin Elfhelm, but people around here call me Mayor Eswin. They're simple people. That's why I like them. I grew up in the old main city of Myria, west of here. I'd never worked a full day in my life. I'm certainly making up for it now. I sleep 1-2 hours a night. The Sinrig boys think this is a game. They're laughing now, but we'll see how they like the taste of their own ruthlessness. They're the second oldest family in Apotheer, and they're headed for a prison, or the graveyard. The Darkvara were hit hardest by Modus's relocation. The young men and women watched the elders and children waste away. Now they're all that's left. Sad story, isn't it? Doesn't excuse their lawlessness. There are 4 mining families. The Darkvari, the Sinriks, Zungars, and the Scorias. When the gnomes departed, so did the jobs. There was nothing for the miners left behind. Starvation, desperation, well, they change people. Most of the miners in Apotheer kept their sanity, even when they lost everything else. But the others, they turned to banditry. The usual: theft, kidnapping, murder. You'd best stick close to Whitestone. You're an easy target. Once the Terrenium ran out, they moved on. Gnomes don't care for the welfare of other races. They're hoping we'll kill each other off. Save them the trouble. Terrenium. It's the only reason the gnomes ever graced it here with their presence. Normally they'd find the climate too dry. They like their beards curly. Modus Mining settled Whitestone, built all the mines and relocated the families. Once they'd taken what they came for, they vanished almost overnight. Disgraceful. My home. A lifetime ago, it seems. The port was nice. The smell of fish near the harbor was offensive. You'd have a hard time finding anything that resembles Myria here in Detir. This little town was the heart of the boom, the engine that drove the rise of Odessa. But in business, every boom is followed by the eventual bust. The gnomes moved out. With the gnomes went the gold, and with the gold went the jobs. Whitestone has been a shell of itself since. But I seek to change all that. Liars, thieves, and scum. Let's hope they never take control of Apotheer. It would take quite a bit to convince me the Zongars weren't criminals from the start. It's probably no surprise the worst miners of Apotheer make the best brigands. Some call it war. I call it survival. The Modus mining interest left an empty throne when it abandoned Apotheer, and now everyone wants that power. The people here, the decent, honest, hard-working people of Apotheer, have been through enough. Starvation, humiliation. They needed a leader, one who cares. My goals are simple: to stop the warring in Whitestone, and to rescue it from the brink of extinction. And you can help me. What do you say? Partners? I like you. You're not a fool. Want to know what you're getting into? Well, I think big, but I'm smart enough to start small. I need a person who can do both. I want you to acquire something for me. Something that rightfully belongs to me. There's a man named Adolf Scoria, patriarch of the most prominent mining family in Apotheer. Months ago, I bought his family mine. It wasn't cheap. Now Adith refuses to surrender the property. In fact, he's gone into hiding and won't meet with me. I need you to acquire what is legally mine. The deed to his claim. Modus Mining stored all the records in its old headquarters east of the village. But the building has long since been overrun. Get that deed, and we're in business. Probably in that relic of a building that was once Motus headquarters. Now a haven for thugs and criminals. Near the cemetery to the east. have faith in you. You'll do great things if you stay with me.
Keep your eyes open.
I'll make your service friend. Take a look at the merchandise. Let me know what you think. See you soon.
Hi. Keep your eyes open. You're not supposed to be sniffing around over here. Go on, get... The gnomes carved the place to pieces, and then picked up and left before the dust hit the ground. They took everything, left nothing. We've got your usual drunks, thieves and killers. Most of them are from Whitestone, but a few hail from the outlying mines. Too bad you're not permitted inside. You might pick up a useful skill or two. Anything to survive in Apotyre. Working down here in Apotyre is the best job I've ever had. All I've got to do is stand in this spot dawn to dusk and make sure the riffraff don't enter. A boggart could do it. I've seen many villages beyond hope, but none so far gone as Whitestone. It would be better left to the dust. Keep walking. Don't let me catch you making trouble again. Keep walking. What do you want?
Hi there. I've been following your progress, from a safe distance, of course. Can I have the document now? What will I give you? You're thinking like a traveler after all. Very good. Isn't that the way of Whitestone? Everyone has to get paid. So what do you want? It's not your concern. Acquiring it was the important thing. Now that it's safe, it needs to be given to the proper parties so it can be destroyed. So, you read the document, did you? Bad idea. I was supposed to get it out of here without anyone ever seeing it. Job well done, Lena. The travelers weren't responsible for what happened in the Snake Tail. It was the gnomes. We helped prevent a panic. Imagine what would have happened if the people of Whitestone had found out the truth. Apotyre would be in even worse shape than it is now. You're just going to hand over that piece of paper for free? You wouldn't last a day in the Travelers, my friend. But I guess that's for the best. Here, you have to take something for your trouble. Go on,
Have some of my stuff. I can always get more. Or steal it. Goodbye. Hey there. You and I aren't so different. Once you've done something wrong, there's no going back. There's no erasing it. This is the only life we've got, right? See you.
Enjoy the shade, Wanderer.
Yeah? The dice are hot in my hand, and I've got a coin purse that's hungry for another's gold. You fancy a game? Suncamp owes its prosperity to the Hierophant and to Argine. As long as the coin comes in, they own us. It's a bit of a tight ship here. And Argine, well, she don't like much, but I don't think she takes kindly to the dicing I do. Of course, so long as I bring gold in, there ain't no complaints made to old Cutter. 2 games we play. In high roll, we roll 2. In range roll, you specify the ranger number. Not your average folk, that's for sure. But when a man likes to be himself and not someone's servant, well, who else do you turn to? Come back if you want to play.
Hey there.
Got a few odds and ends for sale here, if you're looking for that sort. Also buying if you need a fence. The city's the jewel of Detir, so the gnomes say. A lot of bustle and trade going on there, if you've the stomach for it. The woman runs this camp like a damn army. Everything has its order, and we march to the tune of the Hierophant, bless her. Keeps the coin coming in, at any rate. Argine thanks the Hierophant for that. And we all do, for that matter. As far as the traveller camps go, Sun's the largest. They say that Argine founded it over 60 years ago. Folks from all walks come to join the travellers. Beggars, highwaymen, thieves, all looking to live a life without laws or lords. So long.
Looks like you're used to dust on your feet. Willing to help an old tinker collecting some iron? I've been in Sun Camp since it started, and Argine's been right here with me. She saw Odessa carved into the side of that crater. She keeps faithful to the Hierophant, and it seems in turn that we stay prosperous. Not a bad arrangement. I've been tinkering in this camp almost as long as it's been around. It isn't much like Star or Moon. Argine runs this camp fine, but after all these years, I don't even know her all that well. A good many people love the Travelers as thieves, but we first started with people like me, tinkers, journeymen, and wanderers. Make my trade is a tinker, fixing pots and spades and shovels for common folk. But with the war on, iron's been scarce. I'm too old to go around scrounging for bits and scraps. If you find any iron components on your travels, I'll pay well for them. That's good. Iron isn't exactly like gold. It should be pretty commonplace if you look. Or even some time at Briente's forge might help. But I'm a tinker, mind you, not a smith. I can't work with finished pieces. I need iron components. Well, around, I suspect. I haven't been out on the road in some time, but as I recall, it's not too hard to find. Farewell.
Welcome to the sun.
Any items in need of repair? Got the fire stoked and ready to patch your equipment. Good as new. The woman's a loyal servant to the Hierophant, and for that we've seen profit. She and our seer look out for us all. Used to be proper artisans that crafted items for sale in Sun Camp. People still talk of gems and ornaments that they bought here ages ago. Isn't a place I'd go back to. Had enough of whoring myself and scavenging for coin. It's a rough and tumble place. It isn't a hard life, really. I had it hard once, working a brothel in Apatir. But Arjin let me swing a hammer for my coin now. Farewell.
A lot of riches to be found in this world, if only you know how to look. I can train you to find them, should you wish. And with the Hierophant's blessing. It was a mining area once. Now there's not much that's left to dig out of the soil, from what I hear. Still, there's enough of other things to scavenge in the mines and quarries if you keep your eyes peeled. Arjin's got the run of things here in Sun Camp, and she does a good job doing it, too. They say the desert's a barren place, but Sun Camp brings a bit of light and color to these rocks by the Hierophant's grace. It isn't hard to learn how to find what's hidden. You've just got to look for the usual patterns, the same clues, and you sort it all out. People in towns and cities think we travelers are shunned. In truth, we're freer than they'll ever know. Stay alert. How may I help?
The Hierophant blesses Sun Camp and all that walk within its boundaries. What is needed? I am Arjin, the leader of the Sun Camp. Under my leadership, I have created one of the largest and most profitable camps in the Travelers. The title Queen of Staves is reserved for the oldest and wisest of the camp leaders. The Hierophant awarded it to me for my service. Sun Camp is under my authority by the blessed ordination of the Hierophant. We mainly subsist on trade from the city of Edessa. You would do well to not question those higher than yourself, child. And the Hierophant is not one to be questioned by anyone. From the Hierophant we are given prophecies, portents.
The travelers are blind, but the Hierophant sees clearly and leads them to prosperity. We are not the rabble that many take us for, nor the beggars we are soon to be. I hold such judgments in contempt. We have our own life in this desert. The travelers of my camp are profitable, orderly, and obedient, all without walls and gates. Go to Whitestone and see for yourself. Are those people any happier? Pfft, they're miserable. Be gone.
May the road be soft at your feet. A stranger, not a laborer by your main. An adventurer. Deserter, maybe. Gaze does not suggest you've seen war. What is needed? This city is built around a single priority. The preservation of knowledge. That, above all else, must be upheld. My time with Motus Mining left me the wiser in terms of potion craft. Most of my spare time is spent experimenting with new reagent combinations. Can't say I blame them for seeking richer veins. It's rather disappointing that they don't deem it necessary to maintain my offices, however. I dare not taste many of these potions on myself. You are welcome to buy some off me if you wish.
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? If you're from the village, you can tell Mayor Eswin that I'm not interested in any other deals he may wish to offer. This discovery belongs to everyone, and it will not be used to further one man's agenda. I will carry the shame of what happened here to my grave. I will speak no more of it. My every breath is given to rectifying the mistakes that were made. It is not the only mining concern in Edessa, but it is the only one that matters. Our efficiency is legendary, as is our disregard for human life. I was a scholar from Motus mining interests, one of 6. 4 of the others died from exposure to poisonous fumes. And the last, he took his own life in the snaketail, filled his pockets with terinium, and sunk like a stone. Now it's just Guyan and me, working as we did ages ago in training. It's not a bad life, although the rat meat leaves one wanting. My closest confidant, one who enjoys investigating the world's darker mysteries. He's downstairs. I let him start a laboratory there after they ejected him from Odessa. You mean you're not with that fool Alfhelm? Well, if that be true, then this meeting could be an opportunity for both of us. Tell me, have you ever heard of Culminite? Of course you haven't, because, you see, I discovered it. It is a new ore, one that has the potential to be the most valuable resource ever discovered in this region. Think of what would happen if I could prove it was plentiful here. Motus would reopen the mines. Jobs would return to Whitestone. Apatir would live again. I am a man of science. The little progress I ever make is done here, at the workbench. I need someone swift and resourceful to walk the world for me. Scour Apatir. Search the deepest mines in every abandoned dig. I am confident there are Culminite deposits to be found. I have faith in you, friend. My research suggests that the veins run beneath all of Apatir, so I would search the mines. Of course, you're the one who would confirm whether my research is accurate. Goodbye.
the Zangar boys might give you a bit of trouble. I was right about you. I have an eye for promise, you know. Prospecting, as the locals would call it. I've noticed your weapons. I assume you know how to use them? It's a pity, but the only way to clean up Whitestone will be to get them dirty. We've received news that Adath Scoria might be hiding out with the Sinric family in their old Terrenium quarry. Get down there and take a look. See what you can see. It's the processing facility for all ore leaving Apotir. The gnomes built it soon after they completed their headquarters. The Sinric family has run it ever since. The quarry is very near, and the canyon to the south. It's the most important facility in Apotir. Not a piece of ore can be refined without it. It's a pity the Sinric family won't let anyone inside.
Look what the dust brought in.
I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the map. See you soon.
might be seeking help with some of our mercenary contracts, but it looks like you've collected all of them already. I'll leave you to your work then. Impressive. You know how to get the job done. We could use more like you. Of course, with the Zungars gone, our fight may soon be over. Here's your pay. So long.
Mind yourself. Careful out there. Mind yourself.
Hey there, how can I help? Mayor Eswin should leave them alone. That's about all I have to say about it. The Scorias are family to everyone in Whitestone. I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really helped me out. Come back anytime, and I'll buy more meat off of you.
I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the merchandise and come again.
You don't know me, but I've been following you. My name's Hrindi. That parchment you carry, it belongs to me, as Steg always meant it to be a wedding gift. Now, if you please, hand it over. You heard it right. There's no love lost between the families of Darkvari and Zungar. But show me a close family in Apatir, and I'll show you a gnome with a conscience. Don't ever speak my name aloud. I hate hearing it. Zungar. It's the sound of retching, of a man's skull cracking beneath a blow. Every time I hear it, I cringe. Soon I will have a new name to go with my new life. What about him? I've met hundreds of men more to my liking. Only, those men didn't have what Steg possesses. The Darkvari map. Once I learned Steg had it, I knew I had to act. I was willing to do anything. Even marry the idiot. That's right. The fabled treasure map of the Darkvari family. With it, I can build a new life, shed my Zungar name, and start all over again. Perhaps I did, but he won't be able to care for me. He can hardly care for himself. Look how easily he was captured. Oh, but perhaps you're right. He doesn't deserve this, not from me. There are few gentle souls left in Apatir. I'd hate to kill the last. I'll face the world alone, then. Our business is finished. It's best if both of us leave Apatir. Nothing here worth staying for. There's no future for me here. I've known that since I first laid eyes on the endless mine that is my family's namesake. There's more out there than Apatir. The Zungar name cuts me like a dagger. I've never been able to escape its edge. All I've ever wanted is a chance to live a life without it. Steg's love almost changed that, but I could never allow someone to get close enough to hurt me. Not after what I've been through. He's a sweet boy, but young, and woefully misguided. One day he will understand, as I do, how cold the world can be. I'm doing him a favor by leaving.
Things in Whitestone are looking up. We're getting a handle on these outlaws. Believe me, not bad. The Darkvari aren't icy killers like the Zungar, but they can handle their own, as can you. Here's your pay. So long.
Hey.
I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the merchandise. See you soon.
Hi.
Hey there. How can I help? I thought I could smell meat on you. Thanks a lot. You really helped me out.
Keep your eyes open.
What do you want?
You haven't laid eyes on Hrindi, have you? She is bright, graceful, like an oasis on a summer's day. I was sure she would be here. She said the stars themselves wouldn't wait as long as she would. They're not as bad as some think, but worse than you'd imagine. I have the scars to prove it, unfortunately. You mean Bone Town? Not my favorite place in the world, if you couldn't tell. If the heat doesn't kill you, the guards might. What do you mean she's gone? Was her fear too great? Did she choose to stay behind? I had a feeling this would happen. In the end, I couldn't make her happy. I knew it. Ever since we met, I've had a feeling that one so enchanted could never belong to one man. And what kind of man was I? All that time in the cage, I convinced myself of something that never really was. Your help, your friendship, was worth more than gold. Please, keep the parchment. It is a map drafted by my grandfather. It reveals the locations of all the Darkvari hordes in Apatir.
turned to leave, but again Rattlesnake stopped her. I'm sorry to trouble you again, Desert Runner, but your patterns are so beautiful and my scales are plain. Can you bring me a pattern like yours? I will paint on your back with my feet, Desert Runner said. That is why Rattlesnake is decorated with diamonds.
Hey there. I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at them. See you soon.
Third time the bird prepared to leave. Desert Runner, you have helped me so much, and I thank you. But I still need one thing. You are a skilled hunter, and I am always hungry. You never used your wings to fly. Let me have them so I can hunt like you. Desert Runner said, I have given you my voice and gilded you with my labors. Now you would take my wings and take my freedom too? You ask too much of me, Rattlesnake. I will not help you any longer.